It can be a lot of work to keep up with all of the questions about YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. I just saw we got 20 new comments overnight.
Oh, wow. I think we need to start compiling the most frequently asked questions and maybe answer them straight in a video so that you don't have to spend hours typing replies.
Let's do that.
Okay, let's do it. Today we're answering your questions, the questions that you have submitted straight to us. And yes, this is a new series where we do a Q&A session, and you have the possibility to send us more questions, and let's see what have you asked us.
Now, the very first question for today is, I want to work or do research in Finland. Is it the right time to come over there? How are the research prospects in Finland?
I suppose that really depends on the field. So I would suggest looking into what is the field of research that you're referring to, and seeing if Finland is one of the top countries for that. So for example, let's just say you are looking into doing research in sustainability. So would Finland be one of the top prospects? If not, where in the world is there good research happening on sustainability? That's how I would proceed. And then if you do find that you have found Finland to be one of the top in that subject area, then I would try to find what are some relevant places where research is happening. So let's say you find 2 or 3 institutions, and then you go from there and try to find particular research groups and see if you are able to find something that would be suitable for yourself. The job market in Finland right now in 2025, we're filming this in March. It is tough, but if you are able to find something that is good, then I think that speaks for itself. And I think it really depends on what you're looking for. In Finland, there's a lot of work-life balance. Things often move at a slower pace. If you are looking to dedicate all of your time and energy to research, and if you are very career-driven, then US or some other country might be more suitable. So it depends on a lot of factors, but Finland is a great destination.
Okay, so the next one is related to one of our recent videos. So, do you like pea soup and pancakes?
I'm so glad that we had a question about research and then pancakes. Yes, so yes, I do like pea soup and pancakes. Hernekeittiö is one of, is it hernekeittiö or keitto? I'd still, anyway, you know which one I'm talking about. But it is one of our favorite meals, even though it is very simple. I do look forward to having that for lunch on Thursdays. And the short answer is yes, and the long answer is also yes.
Next up, why did you decide to stay in Finland?
My husband. Obviously. I think it was one thing like after another. So when I graduated, I was already working. So that is what kept me. I think getting my foot into the job market is definitely one of the reasons. And yeah, we have a life together with Chris in Finland. And that is definitely the main reason that I stayed. But a lot of it comes down to being able to find work, find meaning in your life. And I think that is what I found in Finland, and that's why I decided to stay.
Okay, next one is a bit tricky. Have your views or perspectives of the EU or world politics changed after you moved to Finland?
Okay. Well, I've lived in Finland for 6 years now, and a lot has happened in the 6 years in a way that I feel like back in 2018, it was almost a whole different world than we live in right now. During this time, we have seen wars start so close to home, so close to Finland, that we've lived through a pandemic. So I believe there's a lot that has happened that has impacted my views, and it's not just moving to Finland, but the world itself is a very different place, and I think that has affected my viewpoints. But just about living in Finland, I think it has been a pretty decent way of like increasing my views on both world politics or EU or different matters in that respect, because simply it is very easy to have deep conversations with people around me, whether it be about politics or about current happenings in the world. So the fact that there's discussions over coffee, over things like this, make it easy to understand how people think about different aspects. So it has been a good way to learn about how people think.
We actually have a video on this one, but how did you land a job in Finland? And what would you tell us about your struggles along the way?
Yeah, so indeed, we have a video about landing my job. So I'm not going to go into that whole story, but I'm going to link that video and I'm going to go straight into the struggles of finding a job in Finland. I think a lot of the struggles of finding a job can depend on when you are looking for a job, and just the circumstances can be very different from time to time. And I do feel like I was looking for a job at a time where the job market was in a better place. But then there are many things that you can do to position yourself to be one of the best or the best candidate, so you are the one that is hired. In terms of struggles, I have personally changed my role from a scientific role to a marketing role. And that has come with its ups and downs. One of the downs being that I don't really have a network of marketing professionals. And that is something that I realized quite recently. And I'm trying to fix that by being more present at events and just trying to meet more people in the industry, since having a good network goes a long way. Other struggles include obviously being like you have to recognize which are the international players in Finland, since any job that I would be qualified for would have to be in English. I don't see myself doing marketing in Finnish. So then that really limits the pool of jobs to those that are international, and that can be quite a challenge. Another thing is learning the language. That is definitely something that can be difficult to juggle if you are somebody, maybe you have kids and you're working full time, you already have a lot going on, and then learning the language. So in my case, I also feel like learning the language has been on the trickier side for me.
Okay, since now you have been studying Finnish for a couple of years actively, what is your favorite Finnish word and why?
Yeah, so this one is it's aurinko. And it's so maybe it's a bit of a stereotype that I'm an Indian and the word I choose is sunlight. But yeah, it's a beautiful word, and yeah. One thing is that when you live in Finland, you really tend to appreciate sunlight more than ever, maybe. If you live in Spain or India, there's sunlight almost all year round, and you don't learn how to appreciate sun. But when you live in Finland and you have limited number of days that have sunlight, you really tend to enjoy it more, appreciate it more, value it more. So my favorite Finnish word is aurinko.
Next one is, have you considered leaving Finland? And be honest on this one, because I know you have.
Yeah, like every winter. Yes, of course. And the good thing about being a foreigner is that, well, I can decide to leave. And yeah, that's one of the positives, that you can, if it does not suit you, you can decide to leave. But that being said, I think Chris and I have had an understanding that we would like to live in Finland. But at the same time, we are open to the possibility of moving elsewhere in the world. Just that we have done a lot to build our life in Finland. It has taken a substantial amount of effort, money, resources, everything from us, and we have actively built our lives here. So we do see ourselves living here long term. But if someday life calls us elsewhere, yeah.
Okay, and the very last question of this discussion, which I must admit is my favorite one, and it also has been actually covered in different media already, but in your own words, how did the two of us meet?
Yes. So we met at university. We were both master's degree students, and Yeah, we happen to be both student ambassadors of the University of Turku, and we were the very first international ambassadors. The program started in 2018, and that's where I met him. And yeah, we were friends for some time, and then we eventually started dating. And yeah, it's been like a very interesting turn of events. And we've had 2 weddings now in Finland, in India. We almost had to organize a 3rd one in Latvia. That's just what happens when you have loved ones in different countries. It's been quite the journey so far. Our parents have met, and it's very interesting because like they don't share the same language, but they have found some way to still communicate, and it's beautiful to see both of our families getting along. I feel like I have seen his sister grow up from being like a teenager to a woman, and like this beautiful, beautiful kid, and yeah, I'm just really happy to be part of his family and have him be part of my family. And that's a wrap for today. We hope you have enjoyed this video, which has definitely been a new concept for us. If you have liked it, please remember to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel about life in Finland. We are hoping that you have enjoyed this video as much as we have. And in case you have, do leave us more questions so we can turn this into a monthly series. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.